This is Anime Out of Context, a comedy review podcast hosted by a weeb of the highest order, alongside a cynical man who knows nothing about anime. Our show features spoilers, explicit language, and poor fact-checking. Neither of our hosts are experts on any topic, and none of their opinions should be taken as fact. Thank you for listening, and enjoy.
Welcome to Anime Out of Context, the show where I attempt to explain the sometimes weird, sometimes wonderful, but always hilarious world of anime.
And I delve into the dark recesses of my brain and find things that I want to forget.
I'm Shaun Rollins.
I'm Remington Chase.
Remington, my man, how are you feeling this week?
You know what? After last week, I think I've calmed down a little bit. I think that I'm a little less wily, little more in order.
Wow.
So maybe I'll actually be able to pay attention to what you tell me this week, Shaun.
And you're not going to bring up weirdly dated references that are going to age us even farther?
I am offended that you would think that I would even consider such a thing, Shaun.
Okay, all right, I'll hold you to that for now. But Remington, I've got a bit of a fun show for you today.
Okay, fun, better than interesting.
Well, we'll see.
Oh, shit. There was like 3 seconds of hope there, and now we delve into 50 minutes of pain.
I'm going to be honest with you, Rem. The reason I chose the anime we're doing this week is primarily because I remembered a wonderful melancholy story about this particular show.
Oh?
Yeah, completely outside of the show itself. And I was like, you know what? Maybe I'll retell that story on the podcast, but also let's just watch the show itself and see if this example of true love was justified.
Okay, so it's a love story. But are you going to tell us this melancholy story?
I mean, I think I will, but first I think I have to describe the anime to you, Rem.
Oh, okay. Let's dive into it. What is the anime for this week?
All right, so the anime for this week one is a little simple anime simply titled Kemono Friends.
Oh, okay. I understand that then.
You do?
I mean, Kemono Friends. They're you got a bunch of kimonos. They hang out. They're buddies.
I mean, so you're saying they're all cut from the same cloth? Is that it?
Hey, congratulations! That has been the 4th good pun in your entire life. You've made hundreds, but that was the 4th good one.
And I shall have no more from here on.
It'll be a while at least. Maybe give it a year.
I'm tapped. I'm spent. Blown my pun load, and it is done.
God.
But no, I need to actually correct you because it's not Kemono Friends. It's Kemono Friends.
All right. Well, then I am sufficiently lost.
Okay. So Kemono Friends. It's a pretty easy translation, even for me, with my limited Japanese knowledge. Granted, I might be pronouncing the word kemono wrong. But you never know.
That's on brand.
Yeah, well, like I said, I'm talking with the owl. The owl is beating me occasionally, and some things are sticking.
Oh, violent green Japanese owl.
How he mocks me. But kemono just simply translates to beasts.
Okay, so So here's what I'm anticipating. Either it's a catgirl it's either a catgirl situation or an animorph slash I can't remember the fruits basket.
Yes, fruits basket, the Zodiac thing.
Yeah, it's one of those type deals. Either they turn into animals or they are part animal.
Actually, Rem, you are pretty close for once in your life. It is about a bunch of cute little animal anime girls.
Okay, yep, that's expected.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, as we all know, not a huge fan of this trope, so we'll see how I make it out of it.
And Rem, this is a bit of a weird show in such that it's very clearly made for young folks. But at the same time, it's a little hard to look at.
Is it?
It is a CG anime, man.
Oh no! Are we getting like some Forest Fairy 5 nonsense in here?
Not anywhere near as bad, thankfully.
That's a shame because that was a masterpiece. For all of our listeners who've not checked out Forest Fairy 5, which I know is 95% of you, because I see the statistics. Check it out; it's worth it.
I disagree, but that's just me. Because I actually like to use my time valuably.
So good. Says the man who watches anime so much on a weekly basis.
Hey, you leave me and my anime titties out of this, man.
We just have different values. We just have different different definitions of spending our time in a worthwhile manner.
Hey, I could be like, some other folks who spend their time, I don't know, playing LOL or something. Look, it's hard to ridicule others when clearly my choice of time is one of the biggest wastes of time.
I mean, we got like Overwatch and anime, and that's at least 60% of your life.
I mean, I play a lot of Fallout too.
Okay, fair enough. You know what? I've been refuted.
And sometimes I go on dates with my girlfriend. Only sometimes, though. You can't cut into that anime time now, can you?
Of course not. Maybe if she's willing to watch anime with you, then you can double up on date time.
Exactly. Waifus before lifoos.
Oh, God. Oh, no. Oh, Jesus Christ.
It's okay. She doesn't listen to the show. It's fine. Watch this be the episode she listens to.
Oh, God. All right. So we have a bunch of CGI beast girls.
Yep. Here's a brief synopsis. Because it's a bit of a wild one. Pun fully intended. Japari Park is an untamed paradise where many humanoid animals known as...
Humanade. I'm opening up a nice humanade stand. We got freshly ground humans right here. If you need, we got a little bit of sugar if you need to add some more.
Yeah, Soylent Green was too obvious of a reference, so we just thought we'd rebrand a little bit. Plus, the lemon flavor makes it go down a lot easier.
Exactly.
God damn it. Humanoid animals known as, now, and this is in quotes, friends.
I hate that it's in quotes. It's so malicious. It's so suspicious.
I don't know who wrote this synopsis, but I love it.
Yeah, it's these anime people. They're, my friends.
Because and they are in fact animals, and their names are in fact the animal that they are based on. In fact,
Shaun, I have a very sincere question.
What's your sincere question, Ram?
Because when talking about quote unquote friends, my concern is that you are showing me a CGI bestiality rom-com.
Okay.
And that it's probably something I need to draw a line in the sand.
If that is what this show was, Rem, you and I and the entire nation of Japan would be going to jail. Because, oh no, these are like CG chibi anime girls.
All right, this is really seeming like Forest Fairy 5 energy.
It's got a little bit of that energy, but it's actually got a budget behind it.
Okay, continue.
And they live their everyday lives in all corners of the natural environmental park. And one lazy afternoon in the savannah area, the energetic serval, which is a type of wild cat, in case you were wondering, encounters a peculiar new friend, and she... Oh, friend is capitalized. That's why I'm confused. Okay. God, that's going to be a bitch to try and elaborate because, jargon is hard enough as is when it's made up words. A peculiar new friend. Curious, she swiftly takes down the friend named Kaban and tries to discover what species she is. To Serval's disappointment, not even Kaban herself knows the answer.
This seems like some weird playing doctor bullshit. I want everyone to know I feel certifiably uncomfortable thus far with beast friends.
You hear that, furry crowd? Remington has problems with you.
No, I'm fine with furries because they can consent.
I mean, maybe these friends can consent. We don't know. You haven't seen it yet. But then again, we would, straight to jail.
I'm concerned. Okay, continue, Shaun.
So the two friends become friends, lowercase this time.
Jesus Christ.
And set out on a grand adventure through the many habitats, landmarks, and attractions of Japari Park. And their destination is the park library, where they hope to shed some light on Kaban's identity. And along the way, they meet other friends looking into their lives and helping them out. However, they soon begin to uncover the sinister reality behind the park and their own existence.
Excuse me? Wait a minute. What the fuck? I was gonna ask some other questions. Those questions no longer matter. What type of sinister underbelly is this? What's going on here? Is this, you know what this is? This is just a weird chibi Japanese girl version of Penguins of Madagascar. There's like a sinister underbelly. You got some mafioso penguins going on who do some secret spy nonsense. That's all this is, as far as I'm concerned.
Please tell me you're just at least referencing the fact that you've seen Madagascar and you haven't actually seen the Penguins of Madagascar movie.
No, but I have seen the television show when I was young, so.
Okay, that's a bit more tolerable, because I was gonna have an aneurysm if you had seen the Penguins of Madagascar movie. Oh, jeez. There we go. Yep. That is a clear sign that I need to clean up the cans. It's okay. Dylan will edit that out, I'm sure.
Start again with aneurysm.
Because I was about to have an aneurysm if you had seen the Penguins of Madagascar movie and not literally hundreds of classical films. Because there's nothing that gets me more upset than when you've seen something horrible and bad and obscure or mainstream in the worst possible way, but have not seen something actually quality.
All right, well, then my next statement will frustrate you quite a bit. I would prefer to see Penguins of Madagascar over seeing Star Wars. With that in mind, let's talk about this sinister underbelly of this beast friend park.
Oh, I ain't gonna tell you shit about it.
Are you not telling me because it's good to keep me in the dark, or are you not telling me because I insulted Star Wars?
Little column A, little column B, honestly. I mean, it is definitely rated as a children's anime.
Yeah, no, I could tell.
But it's definitely got some interesting decisions that have been made in it. I'll tell you that right now.
I'm so terrified.
Yeah. But before we go away, I do want to actually tell you a little love story related to this show.
Yeah, you know what? Do share. We've all been lying in wait for this.
All right. Have you heard?
It better be worth it.
Tell me, Remington. And this might be a story you have actually heard of. Have you, by chance, heard the tragic tale, but the tragic yet sweet tale of Grape-kun?
Oh, yes. Yes, I have. I actually one time gave a speech about Grape-kun, and I won first place for that speech. That is a true fact.
Yeah, well, did you know that Grape-kun, the card, so I'll
tell the story to the people.
Yes. I'll tell the story to the people. As soon as I figure out where the hell my transcript went. Where the
I mean, long story short, Grape-kun is both a weeb and a simp. I'm sorry, Grape-kun. You don't deserve that.
No, Grape-kun was a fucking saint. Let's see. Where is it? Hell. Okay, I guess I'll just have to paraphrase it. All right.
I can help you out.
Yeah. All right. So, Remington, the story of Grape-kun is a short but tragic one. So, in Japan, in one of the zoos in Tokyo, there was a little penguin named Grape-kun, and Grape-kun actually lost his lifelong partner, because I don't know if you knew this, Remington, but penguins tend to mate for life.
Yep, but there are, of course, exceptions, and this was unfortunately one of them.
Nothing unfortunate about it, Rem. And Grape-kun was a very sad, depressed penguin and would almost rarely eat. Like, the caretakers genuinely thought that he was going to live much longer because his partner had passed away.
Well, no, it's not that his partner passed away. It's that his partner left him for a different penguin.
That's right.
Yeah, it wasn't that she was like, oh, tragically dying, and Grape-kun was like my one true love. It's that she was like, Grape-kun, actually, you're great. And I know we mate for life, but I'm going to actually mate for life with a different mate, though.
Yeah, see, look, I was trying to Disneyfy it. I was trying to romanticize it. Thank you for
clarifying. Yeah, no, he was straight up abandoned by a cheating bitch of a penguin.
Yeah, she that penguin bitch left his sorry ass, and he was so sad. He would refuse to eat, and the caretakers had no idea what to do until one fateful day when Kemono Friends was doing a special advertising campaign. with this particular zoo. The advertising campaign involved having cardboard cutouts of all the various anime girl characters in their animal counterparts exhibits. And here is where the story gets very weeby.
I didn't know it was this anime.
It is this anime. So they put a little cardboard cutout of the penguin character. I forget.
Good old Penguin Chan.
Yes. They placed the penguin character Hululu in yes in their enclosure, which was a anthropomorphic Humboldt penguin, which is what they were.
And Grape-kun stands by the philosophy that 2D girls are best.
Yes, waifus for laifus. Because Grape-kun fell in love with the cutout. He would stare at the cutout for hours, going as far as trying to reach the cutout, which was placed on a tall rock to keep it away from them. And
He would do his mating ritual for her.
He would try and bring fish and stones to the cardboard cutout. They would have to try and keep him separated from it for part of the day so that he could actually eat, because he would only try to give his food to the cardboard cutout of Hululu.
I'm sorry, Grape-kun, but you have some unhealthy relationship dynamics.
Look, he was heartbroken, damn it.
This is like a tragic and slightly adorable story because it's a penguin. But if this was just like a person, like, oh man, yeah, I caught my girlfriend cheating on me, so now I have fallen in love with my Dakimakura, and I can't even eat. I'm so focused on my waifu. Like, that's less adorable.
Yeah, that's why this whole tale is tinged with tragedy.
It's true.
But he loved the cutout. So even after the promotion ended, they still kept the cutout around because they couldn't bear to break the heart of the poor little penguin. And in 2017, Grape-kun unfortunately passed away.
Oh my God, Grape-kun is dead?
Yeah.
Why the fuck did you tell me a story about a dead penguin, Shaun? Now I'm sad.
Because it's a lovely and tragic tale, and it has a nice. He lived a full life. He lived to the ripe old age of 21.
Well, yeah, but he lived a full life being a weeby simp. I wanted better for him.
You do not disrespect Grape-kun in this house, Remington.
Disrespecting him. I'm saying, I wish he had better. This is a sad. He died. Oh God.
Yeah, he was an older penguin. That's why it was so.
My day.
That is why he was so heartbroken when the bitch left him.
This sucks.
It is very sad, but the entire city mourned him, and there was actually a very lovely little service held for him.
Jesus
and
Christ.
There's actually a permanent art piece drawing of Hululu and Grape-kun that is on display at the zoo. And here's that picture for you of all of the different stuff and the little art pieces to the left.
Oh my God. They've truly gone all out. Okay,
Look, Grape-kun was the best of us weebs, damn it. He was the Harambe of weebs, and we have to love and appreciate him.
Harambe of weebs. Oh no. Let's fucking watch Beast Prince. I'm in a tizzy, Shaun.
Oh, goodness. Well, Rem, with that tragic tale guiding our spirit, maybe we'll get a chance to meet Hululu. Let's go watch some Kemono Friends. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back after consuming 3 whole episodes of Kemono Friends. And Remington, what were you expecting?
I'm not even sure what I was expecting, but I also don't have much of a clue on what I got. What the fuck did I just watch?
Don't you know, Rem? It's a cute, informational kids show about animals as cute little tiny anime girls.
I swear to God, I made a few joking comparisons about Forest Fairy 5 in part 1 of the podcast, but this really is Forest Fairy 5 with a budget. Like, that's it. That's all it is.
I wasn't shitting you when I confirmed that, man.
And I guess, yeah, it's longer form, has higher quality, though still...
Higher quality.
I don't know. It's very jarring CGI.
I don't know what you're talking about, man. Don't you just kind of like how things just look like they are either not attached to the ground or just kind of slide across the ground?
Yeah, you know what? It's just some nice anti-gravity bullshit going on there.
Or how when you look into their faces, they don't seem to blink until they absolutely need to.
Yeah. Yeah. So the story of Kemono Friends, it starts out with Kaban waking up in the savannah, meeting Serval San.
You can just call her Serval if it makes you feel easier.
Yeah, it's just a Serval.
Hey,
And
she is a well thought out character, damn it.
and so Serval, after chasing Kaban, is like, "Hey, so what are you doing here? What are you? What's going on?" And Kaban, she's just like, yeah, when I woke up, I was here, and I have no memories before this. So it's here like some Saw shit. Just wake up, want to play a game. Here's a bunch of anime animal girls. Like, I don't understand what's going on with this show, I think, at all.
Well, you'll be happy to know that not only is this a full 12-episode series, but it also has a second season.
What the fuck, brother? Okay. So they decide, as we mentioned in part 1, they're going to go to the library, learn a bit more, learn what kind of animal Kaban is. Meanwhile, a lot of the times they're like, what is Kaban good at? Basically nothing. So Kaban, unless there's some really weird twist, is just a human.
Yeah.
And... And so, don't get me wrong, like, in the animal kingdom, humans, they are a fascinating little creature, we are. However, when all other animals are also largely humanoid, you sort of lose a lot of what makes us special.
I don't know what you're talking about. The Serval and Kaban look completely different.
Oh, wildly different. Hardly any similarities here. And what kind of park is this anyway? So, like, this isn't just, like, Safari Park or anything like that. This has all of the climates, but, like, not created. This isn't, like, artificial climate making like you would have in a zoo, for example. These are just the environments.
I mean, it's Japari Park, you know? It's a natural...
How big is this place?
Well...
And how can it have every single climate known to man?
Well, Remington, it makes sense if you think about it chronologically. You start in the savannah, then you go to the jungle, then go to the mountains. What's not to understand?
And with more to come. It's weird. It's not even the weirdest thing. It keeps getting weirder. Because as they are exploring, and on their way over to the library, right, traveling through the savannah, they run into a blue alien.
Oh,
and
what?
a blue alien, a blue one-eyed gooey alien that apparently is called a cerulean.
A very apt name. I would have called it a hentai monster, personally, but I guess cerulean works.
I don't... What the fuck is a cerulean, bruh?
It looks a bit like a discount beholder made sweet, passionate love with a slime.
If a slime fucked a minion, you have a cerulean.
Oh, don't like that. I don't.
But am I wrong?
I refuse to confirm or deny your statement because it makes me uncomfortable.
Also, I have to wonder, what do the beast friends, what do they eat, Shaun?
Well, Reb.
Because that has not been answered this whole time. It's sort of like, I don't know, it's been weirdly implied that, like, maybe they eat or maybe they just don't? I don't know. What's going on?
Well, it's heavily implied if you pay attention to the deep lore.
Good old deep lore of Kemono Friends.
That they do, in fact, eat other animals.
Jesus Christ.
Because they talk about hunting and gathering all the time, so, you know.
That's pretty fucked.
Yeah, I mean, and they have to avoid certain larger animals, even though they're all the exact same size.
Like the elephant, which is like 6 inches taller than everyone. Oh man, that's so huge.
My favorite was the hippo because the hippo had some
The
boobs.
hippo is the same size as everyone. Okay. Anyway, so they meet a hippo girl at the watering hole and they continue on their way. And then they reach the sort of transition area, entrance to the jungle area, right?
Yep.
And at the entrance to the jungle area is a gigantic cerulean that I can only describe as like little kitty's first Lovecraftian horror, right? It's It's just this giant monstrosity.
Yeah.
That they're like, oh, how are we gonna beat this one? And then Kaban comes in clutch with a paper plane. She throws a paper plane to distract the cerulean.
Yep.
And that just works.
I mean,
and
yeah.
then
Paper planes are distracting.
and then Serval can karate chop crystal in its back, I guess, and make it explode immediately.
Using magical Serval cat powers.
If at this point you have not seen the show and you're like, if you haven't seen the show and you're having a hard time following what the fuck is going on, that would not change if you saw the show. That's about a lateral move. That's about where I'm at as well. So yeah, they defeat it. They get into the jungle, and this episode ends with them meeting a lucky beast, which is a robot rabbit creature.
Oh yeah, that sounds about right.
It's like a robot mini Totoro.
You don't know quite what it is, but it does resemble a thing.
Yeah, so that's episode 1.
Yep.
Episode 2 starts off exactly where we left off with this robotic lucky beast who apparently only talks when Kaban is around. Everyone else is like familiar with this lucky beast who they call Boss, but they've never heard it talk until Kaban is around. So they're all amazed. I don't really get it, but sure, why not?
I mean, hey, I trust Boss, don't you?
Yeah, so Boss, little robot Boss, has a GPS inside, can look up a route to the library, apparently is not capable, even though it's like full of information about all these creatures, can route all across, can search up info, can activate stuff, cannot look up what Kaban is. That is not an available option.
Unless
You say.
Unless he can, but is keeping Kaban in the dark. And there's a deeper plot unfolding, Remington.
Oh man, the great mystery of Beast Friends.
We could have watched Beastars instead if that would have made you happier.
I have no idea. I don't know what the fuck that is.
It's similar, but very different.
I'm already worried at the thought. So then we get into a brief montage of meeting like 8 different animal girls, not really interacting with them, just like boom, 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 boom. Here they all are. Yep. And to be fair, they put some effort into like the character designs here.
Oh yeah. Like if you look at their concept art and their basic 2D stuff and the stuff from the manga, because yes, this has a manga. They do put a lot of thought into how each individual character works. I would say it's pretty good character design because you can automatically tell what kind of creature they're supposed to be, and as soon as they are named, you're like, oh, okay, I see it.
Yeah, that being said, then they meet a character who is a bit more relevant. They meet Otter, right?
Yep.
I got a quick question, Shaun.
Yep.
Why is Otter's ass hanging out at all times?
Remington, why are you looking at a aquatic mammalian? Like that's an animal, Remington.
First of all, second of all, Otter's ass is for some reason hanging all the way out. And I don't understand why.
I mean, it's a problem you should at least sympathize with, Rem.
As someone with a bodacious booty, sure, but I also recognize it is my job to cover it up. And it's just a very weird decision for like a very childish show. I don't know, man. And like, don't get me wrong. It can be argued that something along the lines of, well, isn't it your fault for sexualizing this thing? Is it really sexual in the first place? But you know what, Shaun? If I were to show up wearing Otter's outfit, you would be at least at a half chub.
Honestly, Rem, I think that says more about you than it does about me, if I'm honest. I mean, it's a swimsuit kind of deal.
I guess. I suppose. So they meet Otter. They also meet Jaguar, who can swim across the river and stuff. And eventually, they get there, and they were crushed to find that at their location, the bridge is destroyed. It's just completely wrecked, right?
It's just one thing after another. When will this hero's journey end?
I know, the tension. And so they find they find part of a bus, but the 2 parts of the bus are on separate sides of the river. So they need to get the driver's part of the bus to the rest of the bus.
Makes sense.
But how do they cross the river? They can't just carry it on a plank of wood. It's too heavy, I suppose.
I mean, it is a full bus, Rem, and they are just small animals.
Oh yeah. So they create like, I'm gonna describe it as a Crash Bandicoot bridge. Because it's sort of a bridge, but mostly it's like a couple planks, huge space, couple planks, huge space.
And
right?
the real trick is you have to cross it while you have a mirror directly in front of you, so you can only see a few in front of you.
Exactly.
And then a boulder starts chasing you inexplicably.
Yeah, and then you fall a billion times, and then it becomes real foggy. Oh, Crash Bandicoot, best anime girl, best beast friend. And so
The Bandicoot is my wife.
So they create this bridge, and then Serval picks up the front half of the bus and jumps from plank to plank across the river with it in tow.
Yeah.
Shaun, I got a quick question.
What's your question, Remington?
So, don't get me wrong. I feel like Servals are too small and not strong enough to lift an entire vehicle. But I am not a biologist. So perhaps you know something I don't, that Servals are actually very capable of lifting entire vehicles and jumping repeatedly across a wide river.
Well, here's some Serval stats, if you will. Let's go on. If you want to choose Serval as your race in this world, first
Going
thing
all
you gotta know,
Tirzu with it.
it's a wildcat native to Africa. All right, pretty cool.
Yep.
Pretty. It's spotted like a leopard. Very
Yep.
nice, very pretty. It weighs approximately 9 to 18 kilograms. For you, that's 20 to 40 pounds.
Oh, thank you.
And is about 21 to 24 inches at the shoulder.
All right, so it's only trying to lift something that's 100 times its weight.
I mean,
and
yeah.
it nails it. It succeeds with flying colors.
I mean, it can leap over 2 meters above the ground and land on the prey and on fourth, which is impressive.
But can it do that with a literal ton of metal on top of it?
I feel like the ton of metal is part of its prey. I mean, yeah, no, it says it right here. Let's see. Small birds, frogs, insects, reptiles, rodents, and bus halves.
Okay, well, I stand corrected. I learn something new every day. So yeah, that succeeds. However, they put it together, and wouldn't you know, there's the battery is done for.
There's no hope.
And it's also at this point where I'm starting to think that I think this is a post-apocalyptic show. Like, sort of unironically.
Yeah?
Yeah, because, we get this decrepit, destroyed bus. We have a destroyed bridge, which Otter was like, yeah, no, it's been my play place for, a really long time. I don't know if it's ever been a bridge. Meanwhile, as we go to episode 3, there's, this dilapidated cable car station it's rusting over, and it's really worn. And it just seems like everyone is gone. Mm-hmm. And there'll be, also in episode 3, there's a cafe that nobody is at and has been abandoned for a while. I think Kemono Friends is post-apocalyptic.
You really think that this show about cute little anime girls would be so bold as to have some post-apocalyptic dark tendencies?
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know any other explanation for it, brother.
I mean, it could just simply be that it's a weird natural phenomena.
I don't know, man. Then again, I don't even know what natural phenomena means in this show. We got ceruleans, who, by the way, after episode 1, we have not seen since. I'm pretty sure they have not shown up. They only showed up in episode 1 out of the 3 we saw anyway.
I mean, yeah, but that first showing was very important. You have to remember that they exist.
Yeah, for sure. So, episode 3, they need to get up a mountain so that they can charge the battery. The cable car station is ruined. There's nothing there. What do? Well, fortunately, there is the delightful character of the Crested Ibis.
Oh, yes.
Which she shows up,
I believe
and
it's
she
Ibis,
sings.
if I'm not mistaken.
Ibis, sure, why not? She shows up and she sings god-awfully, and unironically, her god-awful singing is the single best part of the whole show. Every single time, it got a laugh out of me. She's just so horrendous. And so she's like,
I'll be honest.
she's so good. And so she's like, I can fly one of you. So she flies Kaban, and Serval just climb up a whole mountain, you bitch. The flying animation is hilariously bad.
What?
Sometimes, like, so she doesn't have wings other than like sort of on her hair.
Yep.
So they couldn't decide whether they sort of go like Tinkerbell fairy magic where like you just soar without wings, or if like, well, she is a bird so she needs to flap, but we don't have the budget to make anything flap, so you just sort of have this up and down motion that makes no sense and sometimes isn't even used.
Look, making anime is all about saving budget where you can. You got the important thing is you get the idea across with as minimal animation as possible, and that's where some of the artistic integrity comes. I don't know what the problem is with them recycling a little bit of long work animating this flying animation, or they could put it back towards the ceruleans.
You know what? I think I prefer it this way because, hey, mediocre, that can be boring, but you know what's rarely boring? Catastrophically bad. That actually, like, totally worked. So they climb, well, they fly up, and there's a cafe there, and an alpaca girl is up there as well. She's running the cafe, and they charge the battery, and then they create some advertising for the alpaca, because she hasn't had a lot of customers. Finally now, Serval climbs up. She almost died a couple times on her way up.
Oh, well, you neglected that part, Rem. Did you leave out such a crucial plot point?
Because it's just like a sort of throwaway moment. Like it's like a cut to commercial moment where she falls off the cliff very high, and then when you get back, she like that's other than her mentioning that, it's never addressed, and we don't see like what happens. She just falls off a huge amount of height, and then she gets up there.
Yeah, I mean, that's how it went in The Lion King, isn't it?
Yeah, Mufasa was yeeted off a cliff, and a few scenes later, he showed up, and he was like, oh man, that was almost pretty dangerous.
Yeah.
And we don't get to see him fall or anything like that. Don't be ridiculous.
No, I saw the quote live action remake. That's how it went.
One thing I will say in favor of Beast Friends, they do have consistent plot progression. Like, everything they're doing, one, feels like it's motivated by the characters, and two, genuinely advances the plot. Like, this is gonna be so ridiculous, but it doesn't have a lot of filler, which is crazy.
Yeah, no.
Because I don't know, man.
And I bet when I described the show to you, you probably thought it was gonna be like a 5 or 10 minute show, didn't you?
I was hoping. It made sense for it to be.
Oh, yeah.
But no, it's proper 20-25 minute, and it's not spectacular by any means.
What are you trying to say?
It seems to have a good grasp on like what it is and how to make it work.
It's storytelling 101 is what you're trying to say.
It hits the basics, which shouldn't be notable, except so many shows we cover on this podcast really fucking don't.
That's fair.
So they charge it, they get back, they put it in the bus, and the bus works. And that's about to where we saw. One final note before I finish this little summary. The ED at the end of every episode, normally, like, it's somewhat relevant, right? Maybe it's somber, maybe it's real poppy, whatever. This one makes no goddamn sense. Because normally you get some like scenes from the show or something, or the characters doing stuff or something like that. Here, the ED, the ending credits bit, just has different shots from a black and white amusement park.
I wonder what that could mean, Remington. There has to be some kind of relevance, deep plot involved.
I'm just so tilted from the show, Shaun. It has the basics down, and all of the creative decisions it makes are balls to the wall. And I mean, I don't dislike it. I think it's getting a thumbs up.
Oh God, Rem, what is it with you and upvoting things that you don't fully understand?
If it successfully confuses me, I feel like if I don't fully understand it, but like there is maybe something to understand there, it's better than, I feel, understanding something that pretends to be complex. Like, if something shows up and it's like, oh yeah, it's just so you'd never grasp all these intricacies, but it's a basic ass bitch, then yeah, no, that's boring, pretentious, and lame. Meanwhile, if you're really simple, but also batshit crazy, I'm interested.
Isn't that how you met your girlfriend?
Too many of them, yes. But you know what? Overall, Beast Friends, do I understand you? No. Will I ever? No. Do I sort of like you? I think so.
Damn it, Remington. What is it with you and enjoying all the bad CG anime I show you?
I don't know, brother. Apparently terrible CG anime. This really fills the exact niche as Forest Fairy 5 is, and I will always keep mentioning Forest Fairy 5, even though the vast majority of our listeners don't care about it, have never seen it, and haven't even listened to our episode on it.
Because I think it's still our least listened to episode, if I'm not mistaken.
It might. You know what? Let's quickly do a little check.
Oh, but Rem, can you at least tell me who you think is the best girl of the ones we've seen?
All right. Best girl out of the ones we've seen. All right, let me evaluate. Kaban, boring as hell. They're fine for what they are. Serval, meh. Serval's okay. Hippo, I feel like they're trying to make Hippo more important than she is. Jaguar, pretty forgettable. Otter, why got your ass hanging out?
Hey,
Alpaca.
That otter made their life choices, dang it.
Alpaca is phenomenal. However, easy best girl is Crested Ibis.
I see. And if you had to
100%.
guess what animal you think would be the best Kemono friend, just if you had to see an animal in this style, which animal do you think would make best Kemono friend and the most interesting for the story?
Oh, out of like any animal ever?
Yeah, because there's a fuck ton of them apparently.
I want to see some dinosaurs. I want to see some dinosaur animal friends.
Okay, don't be ridiculous, Rem. Dinosaurs aren't alive anymore.
Yeah, that's where it pushes the limit. We've seen a lot. I want to explore some of them without tails. So my mind immediately goes like gorilla, right? Or fish, right? So I'm interested in, I would say like, let's go gorilla, dolphin, whale, and let's add one more to spice things up a little bit. And Ronald McDonald, the best of all animals.
That's not an animal. It's barely even a human.
Exactly, Shaun. It's a separate species entirely. We all know it.
The clown species. It'll be the death of us. So I'm gonna get your
If you
live
pretend
reaction
that
here.
clown-
This is what the gorilla looks like.
Okay, a little bit weird. I get it. I'm not a huge fan, but it's fine.
Okay. There is a dolphin.
Oh, okay. Let's see the dolphin.
Oh, there's
I
actually
feel
a
like
couple
you could.
different dolphins apparently.
Oh, but of course.
This is the one I think that would be most likely you see if we ever do a revisit on this episode.
God.
Here is that is bad link. That does for you. Hold on.
It doesn't.
What are you?
Okay, I'm pulling it up. All right. That's a good. Okay, that dolphin. Real weird with the tail, but I like.
Well,
I like the.
Dolphins have tails.
I like
man.
the
I don't
hat.
know what to tell you.
No, but I don't like how.
Thick it is.
I don't like the thick tail.
But Rem, you've been chasing after thick tail your whole life. Why do you draw the line here?
I'm not. Oof. I'm not gonna respond to that. Oh God, is there a whale?
Would you prefer a blue whale or a killer whale?
Oh fuck. You know what? Let's go nice and big. Blue whale.
Okay.
Fuck you, orca.
Get out of here, Shamu. No one wants you. Oh, goodness. And there is the blue whale. You're gonna recognize a trend.
Is this gonna? Oh, the tail is so thick.
It's even thicker than the dolphins, as you should expect.
Oh no! I feel so uncomfortable with the whale. Oh my God, I hate this so much.
You know what? I'll even send
cow.
the killer whale your way, just so you can have a look at Femme Shamu there.
Holy my God! Killer whale works. Killer whale is fine. What the fuck happened with the blue whale? Oh my! Okay. The more I look at it, the more I'm uncomfortable. I am so tilted. I don't know anything else to say.
I mean,
Shaun, I'm broken.
you asked for two very large animals with tails. I don't know what you were expecting. Oh, that is some anime titty. Holy shit.
Excuse me?
There is some, let's just call it premium fan art in the Google search image results for a lot of these.
I hate that so much.
Oh, there's a narwhal if you're interested.
You know what? Let's see the narwhal. The grand finale will be this narwhal right here.
Yep. And don't worry about their names. Most of their names are just their species. There you go.
Okay, that one's neat. That one actually works. It's got a little sword. Okay. What the fuck happened to the blue whale? If you want nightmare fuel, Google the blue whale beast friend.
Even more nightmare fuel, do it with safe search off. Because,
oh no.
Let's just say, thicker than a bowl of oatmeal is understating it.
I'm just dying, no worries.
So all in all, Rem, Kemono Friends, some fun character design, but apparently the aquatic ones traumatized you a little bit.
A little bit, yeah. Yep.
Well, don't worry, Rem. You wouldn't have to see any proper aquatic ones until 5.
Well,
which is
thank
simply
God.
titled Lake Shore.
Ah, but of course.
Yeah, so, you know, the progression there is very clear and precise. I don't know why there couldn't be lakes in, I don't know, all the other sections, but I guess Lake Shore has to be its own section by itself.
I guess.
All in all, Remington, I'm just glad that we got to share this experience together, because honestly, I can't imagine a better person to watch such a very interesting show with.
Boy, you said it.
But before we get out of here, Rem, I have one final question I need to ask you. Would you by chance want to watch some more Kemono Friends with me at some point?
Maybe? I don't know if I'd want to sober, but you know, maybe sure. Why not? You know what? Fuck it. Yeah.
We'll get to see all the thickest of tales.
No, stop.
Oh, don't worry. Apparently, some of the ocean ones don't show up till season 2, so you got some time.
Whoa.
And with that being said, thank you all so much for tuning in. We really appreciate it. Before we get out of here, though, we do just have a little bit of house cleaning that we need to do. If you would like to support our podcast and everything you do, well, I have a nice and easy way for you to do it. The first and easiest way is to go onto whatever podcasting platform you listen to and drop a review. Give us 5 stars or however many stars you feel are appropriate. Say whatever you want in your review. We read every single one of them. And honestly, another way to help us grow is by word of mouth. But if you've already left a review for us, and we really appreciate it, and you want to support us in a more direct fashion, we do in fact have a Patreon, where you can gain access to all kinds of lovely bonus content produced by myself, Remington, and the lovely editor Dylan, as well as the opportunity to get your name read out aloud on the show, and thanked personally by us. So Remington, who are some of the lovely people that we need to thank this week?
Well, of course, I always want to send my thanks to our bland bitch protagonists, as well as our magical girls, who do a lot for our community. We really appreciate it. But there is a tier above. We get to the yandere waifus, who have our heart in their hands, sometimes very literally. And on that list, we have Matthew B., Reverse Kismo, Hayden Lecker, Chase Fredette, Xerix, Juliana, Sarah Birch, Salty Pretzel, Sage Schiffner, Ross Palmer, Rare Kumiko, Nixu, Mechazap, McAlex, Kazu Morocco, Jacob Livingston, Emoto Ahigao Owo, I Bought Dylan Conception, H Wood, Hey Shaun, Glenn Michael Dolan, Farmer Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious Weeb, Devin McCutcheon, Chris Salas, Cat Zodiac, Andrew Rowicki, Alexander Nasiensenyo. Thank absolutely each and every one of you. You guys do absolutely phenomenal work, but there is something above. We walk right across Mordor. We represent all of the hobbits. That's right. It's the Boy Wizard tier.
You know
with
I die
Daniel
a little every
Radcliffe.
time you say that, right?
I know. On the Boy Wizard tier, you know what? Obviously, when we got Miguel DeLeon, I'm so sorry. I'm gonna mess that up every single time. Miguel, you are you are Samwise Gamgee.
Oh wow,
Meanwhile,
that's a pretty high position.
Oh yeah, Miguel, he deserves it. Great person, Miguel. You get Samwise, one of the best characters. Then we got Pilkster.
I love it when we get new names and you have to struggle to read them out.
I get used to it eventually, I swear. Pilkster, you are obviously Aragorn.
Oh wow.
Yeah, real solid.
Yeah.
You're ready to kick some ass. We got the Eternitarian. With a name like that, Eternitarian, you're full on Gandalf. Then we've got Delina Perez. More of a beige. And then we have Delina Perez. Delina, you are Sauron, actually.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
God.
Delina. Don't mess with Delina. And finally, Adam Kraft, you are none other than the Ring. You are.
Oh,
Everyone,
God.
hey, everyone wants Adam, okay? Everyone wants Adam. They're fighting for Adam, occasionally throwing him into a volcano.
Oh, but Adam only serves Delina, so...
So thank absolutely every single one of our boy wizards. But finally, we reach the very peak of the mountain, and on this top of the mountain, we have the White House, the Chefano Muscotier representing Corey in the house. When we start with the Chefano Muscotier, we have to start with none other than the patron saint himself, the very first, none other than Saint. Then, on the flip side of things get a little darker, a little grimmer, a little more grotesque as we thank the almighty sinner. Just as grotesque, but in a very different way, is Emoto Ahigao Uwu, which, you know, when it comes to sinning, I don't know which one is worse. Then we have, speaking of sinning, this name change, oh boy, the shield hero, Zachary Shirley. Whoo, boy. I don't know, man.
This is what happens when you insult people's favorite animes, my man.
Surely that's a questionable decision. You know, we love you more than we love the anime you love, Zach. Then we have subs better than dubs, Baka. A nice controversial statement. I mean, we watch it with subs, so I guess we agree. I don't know if I have any feelings towards it. Then we have
You have
the very
some really bad dubs. We'll get around to
Yeah.
that, but there are some. Ooh, man, there are some bad dubs.
we have the highly presidential thick mullet, the most presidential of all mullets. The thicker it is, the more prestigious. We have touchy diplomat, possibly a little moody, possibly a little broody, possibly a little touchy-feely, going out, making sure that there are good diplomatic relations with us and all of the people we anger. It's a tough job, but he is the right man to do it. Then we get Silicon Spectre, which it does in no way have ectoplasmic boobies. That is just not the case.
You're running out of jokes, man. You're running out of them.
It's not easy, okay? But when it comes to jokes, no one has more jokes than good old Cass ID, always happy to remind you of your past shame. And indeed, you always will succeed in doing so. You guys are all so phenomenal. It blows our mind that we are able to be financially supported when doing this. It makes it a lot easier when I have to channel through the abyss or just try to understand very confusing Beast Girl lore.
Look, man, I feel like the lore is pretty straightforward as is. I don't know what you're talking about. But the additional help does make things a lot easier because it means I don't have to deal with your bullcrap for no reward whatsoever.
And if you would like to contact us directly, whether it's for a comment, question, feedback, or recommendation, you can either tweet us at animeconpod at twitter.com or send an email over onto animeoutofcontext@gmail.com.
Once again, guys, thank you all so much for tuning in. Don't forget to love each other, and as always, don't fuck your sister.
Do, do, do.